What's up, guys? JD here in what will hopefully become your favorite thing to watch ever. Okay, but seriously, let's discuss some running shoes, shall we? So today we're going to kick things off with a shoe review of the Asics Dynablast. Pretty cool. Now, before I get started, can I just say how strange it is to say the name of an Asics shoe and not say gel or GT within the name of the shoe? Because for so many years, when you were talking about any of Asics' better quality running shoes, it was always Asics gel something, Asics GT something. Not the case with the Asics Dynablast. There's actually a good reason for that. We'll get into that as we get farther into the video. I think the first thing is to understand where the Dynablast actually falls within the Asics product line. So within the last year, Asics has released 3 new shoes to their lineup. That being the Road Blast at $90, the Dynablast at $110, and the Nova Blast at $130. The name focus being on this new midsole compound that they're calling Flytefoam Blast. I don't know if you could see it in the picture there, but that's what they call it, Flytefoam Blast. It is a variation of their Flytefoam that they use in all of the midsoles of their other better running shoes. This one's supposed to be a little bit lighter, a little bit springier and responsive. So going from there, I actually picked this shoe up back in Halloween time frame. This is actually their Spooky Edition Dynablast. I like it. It actually matches my shirt. Obviously, the purple was the main color of the shoe. On camera, I think it looks a little bit more indigo blue, but when you see it up close in person, it's definitely purple. The highlight color on the shoe is this they call green gecko, and then the black midsole. I think it looks really cool. They actually make some cool colorways in this shoe as well. It's selling really well apparently, so good luck finding them if you can. The liner inside of the shoe, same thing. It's kind of fun. It matches my shirt. There's a little ghost. There's a witch, there's a skeleton, there's some spiders over on this side with the backdrop of the city. So I think overall it's actually a pretty cool looking shoe. So starting in on some of the general specs of the Dynablast, it is a neutral road running shoe. It comes in men's size 7 to 15 in medium width only, no width options. In women's, it comes in size 5 to 12, same thing, medium standard B width only in women's. On the men's side, the sample size 9 weighs in at about 8.8 ounces. On the women's side, a sample size 7.5 weighs in at about 7.2 ounces. Now, I've actually read and seen some other reviews that talk about the weight actually being a little bit lighter than that in final production, so that's always a good thing. The drop height in the shoe is a 12 millimeter offset, which is a little bit different for most of their shoes, or usually 10 millimeter offset. In this shoe, it's 27 millimeters of thickness in the midsole of the heel, 15 millimeters of thickness in the forefoot, for a 12 millimeter offset. So with that said, diving a little bit deeper into the nitty gritty of the shoe, I'm going to start with the upper and work our way down. The upper on the shoe is this really nice, soft, stretchy knit material. There are no overlays whatsoever on the shoe. It's very clean. It's very light. It's very accommodating. When you put the shoe on, it's nice and stretchy. One of the negative reviews that Asics has had over the past number of years has been the fit of their shoes. A lot of the times it's either they run narrow or they run a little bit short in the length, a little bit too snug, what have you. When I put this shoe on my foot, it is not that way. The size, the length runs true to size. The knit upper is very accommodating, has a lot of room in the toe box. It locks down really well in the midfoot. It keeps your heel secure with the heel counter in the back, so it supports your ankle and your Achilles tendon really well. Moving down into the shoe, you get into the midsole, which I think is the main focus of this shoe. That Flytefoam Blast material is, like I said before, it's supposed to be a lighter, springier material than their general Flytefoam that they use in their other shoes. And as I said at the beginning of the video, there's good reason why this is not called the Asics Gel Dynablast, and it's because there is actually no gel whatsoever within the midsole of the shoe. Typically, in Asics running shoes, you have gel in the heel and you have gel in the forefoot. It's not the case within the Dynablast. What that does by taking the gel out is it makes the shoe a little bit lighter. It makes it feel a little bit more responsive. It's quicker on the turnover. So that's actually been something that I've liked a lot with this particular shoe. As you move down into the outsole, this is just actually a general rubber. A lot of the times with Asics shoes, you'll see the abbreviation AHAR, which stands for Asics High Abrasion Rubber, if you're not familiar with that. And it's a combination of carbon and blown rubbers to make the outsole really durable. This doesn't have anything written on it that calls out the Asics High Abrasion Rubber. However, knowing Asics and their quality and production, I don't think you'll have a problem with durability on the shoe. I think it'll hold up really well. Now, tying back into the midsole, this outsole has this decoupled groove in the forefoot and also one in the heel. And I think that definitely helps the shoe to be a little bit more like what they would describe on their website as trampoline-like. It's supposed to be springy, so that decoupled flex groove allows the shoe to compress and rebound back and give it a little bit more spring. It's a full ground contact outsole, so from heel to toe, it's very, very smooth. They don't have, like a lot of their other shoes, the Trustic midfoot bridge that typically makes the shoe a little bit stiffer and more supportive feeling. So this tends to be a little bit more flexible than some of their other shoes. It's not super flexible, but it's just a little bit more to make it feel a little bit smoother and lighter. Overall, I've actually been really happy with this shoe. Like I said, when I put it on, I was pleasantly surprised with how well it fit, how good it felt under my foot. So yeah, Asics Dynablast, check it out if you can. If I was going to compare this shoe to a couple of other shoes from other brands, I would say it's pretty comparable to, say, the Brooks Launch. Same thing in price. The Brooks Launch is $100. This is $110. I would also compare it to the New Balance Fuel Cell 890. Same thing, kind of similar category of shoe. Lightweight. You could still run a lot of miles in it without really sacrificing durability. So if you like that light, snappy feeling shoe and you get a pretty good bargain in terms of price, there you go. Give it a shot. Hope you guys liked the video. Hope you guys learned a little bit. If you have any questions, feel free to send me an email, coachjdiesel@gmail.com. Check out my YouTube channel, Coach J Diesel. Subscribe to the channel. And hopefully you guys enjoyed. See you later.